Welcome to today's video. I'm whispering a little bit because it's super early in the morning. It is currently 5:35, but for today I'm going to do a little bit of a get ready with me to go to New York, and then I'm gonna try to make a little vlog out of the day. So I already brushed my teeth, I washed my hair and took a shower last night so that my hair was dry for today. And I'm gonna start off with my makeup, but I'm gonna do a little neutral light makeup look because I think it's supposed to rain today. So yeah, and if you don't already, you should follow me on TikTok because I'm also gonna be making a little get ready with me TikTok as well. So to start off, for the base, I'm gonna be using this CeraVe moisturizing cream, and then I have this CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion that has SPF 30 in it, because even though it might be a little rainy and cloudy, probably the sun is still out there. And I have this little e.l.f. acne fighting putty primer that I'll be using as well for the base of my makeup. I'm actually going to tie up my hair just to kind of get it all out the way. But I seen a lady on TikTok and she was mentioning how important it is to put lotion on your neck too, so that it doesn't get wrinkles. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I've been making sure to implement that now, always going down to my neck. So I finished off with the CeraVe moisturizing cream. Now I'm going to go in with the CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion that has the SPF 30 in it. And it's been a long time since I've created content, especially a vlog, so bear with me, guys. So with this one, since it has SPF in it, it has a white overcast, so you definitely have to make sure to blend it in well. But I loved using this during the summer because it's just something light and quick, and you kind of knock out two with one, since it has SPF and moisturizing cream inside. So it's pretty worth it. I bought it at Target, but I'm pretty sure you can buy it from pretty much anywhere. But I made sure to wake up early so that I could get ready without rushing. And oh, I feel like there's a hair on my face. And there was one homework that I forgot to do. And last night I was working till 7:30. And when I came home, I was tired, but I also completely forgot about it. So I wanted to give myself a little bit extra time this morning to get that done. Now I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. putty primer. So I don't know if I use this the right way, but I just apply it onto my face. I don't know. And to try to get a little bit of a smoother effect, if that makes sense. And I love putting moisturizer because my face is so hydrated, and then my makeup glides on so much smoother. And honestly, maybe it makes it last longer. The next step of my makeup routine is, I guess you could say, concealing. So I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and then I also have this NYX Color Correcting Concealer. I use it for under my eyes and my eyelids, because I feel under my eyes you can see my veins a little bit, and then my eyelids are just a little bit of a darker tone than the rest of my face for some reason. And then I also use it for my vein on my neck. So I don't know what's the correct way to color correct, but I just use this peach one to tone it out. But if you guys know what's the correct color that I should be using to cancel out purplish color, I think that's the color of my veins, maybe a purplish blue, definitely let me know. So I'm going to start off with this one, and I use this peach one in the corner. And I have two beauty blenders, so I use one for each. And I have to look at myself in the mirror because then I'm not going to be able to see, and I don't want to be like straight up in the camera. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell the difference. Oh, well, yeah, because I didn't blend it in all the way. But I applied like a little bit to my vein here, so it's not as bright. And then I put a little bit like in the middle of my face, but on this side of my face, it's much lighter and like filled in. Or maybe I'm just like delusional, but to me, it makes a bit of a difference. And for my eyelid, I feel like it makes my eyelid look lighter. Like, I don't know if it's the lighting, but I see it. So I'm gonna do this eye now. Like, you see, this side looks like more brighter than this one. I see it. Now with the hydrating camo concealer, I am just gonna go in and just put a little bit, because with this one, a little bit goes a long way. And I'm just gonna put it like underneath here. I just put little dots here. I already blended out this side, but you see just a little bit because it's very thick, I guess you could say, in a good way. Like on your skin, you don't feel the thickness, but it has a lot of coverage. Now for foundation, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline New York Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer with aloe in it. And I like tinted moisturizers because it's not so heavy on your skin, and I also like it because it might be a little bit hard to see, but I have freckles and beauty marks, so I like them. I remember like way back when, I think when I was like in middle school or high school, I used to cover them up because I didn't like them, but now I love them. So I just put something light to like add tint to my skin but not cover up my natural skin. Yeah. And if you're wondering how I apply my foundation, I just do a bunch of little dots. So now I'm gonna go in and blend it in. So I finished putting on my foundation, and now the next step of my little routine is to kind of set it a little bit. And this is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. I only put a little bit just to set my makeup a little bit, especially since the consistency of this is matte, because I still have a couple of more steps for my makeup routine to go. Okay, so the next part of my routine is to use the L'Oreal Infallible Me foundation stick, and it has SPF sunscreen in it. I'm not sure how much of it, and even though it's a foundation stick, I just use this as bronzer. So I just lightly contour my nose. I put a little bit on like my eyelid to add a little bit of like shading, and then a little bit here and underneath my lip. Let me see. I'll do it in the mirror and then I'll come back and show you guys how I do it. Okay, so this is how I apply my contour. So I put like a little bit here, a little bit underneath my lip to add a little bit of dimension, and then my forehead and my nose, and then my eyelids as well. So this is just gonna be good to like contour my face, but also add a little bit of warmth to my face. And I don't know if I mentioned, but my beauty blender is slightly like it's damp. And this is it blended in. So it didn't make like too much of a difference, but a little bit goes a long way. And I'm gonna be going in with powder contour to like make it more apparent, but just a little base contour, if that makes sense. So to start off, I'm going to be doing the powder contour. So this is the Tarteist Contour Tarte palette, and I personally use this shade and this one to contour these two. And I have a little e.l.f. kabuki brush that I use for my contouring. So I did the powder contouring. I didn't put in too much, and I will carve it out a little bit with some loose translucent powder that I have, but that's going to be the next step. So I just put a little bit on. I have like a long and skinny face, so I don't contour too much because I don't want my face to look like longer and like even more skinnier. So now I'm going to grab the translucent powder. The translucent powder that I use is e.l.f. HD powder. And I'm just going to put some under my eyes and then to kind of carve out my cheeks. Okay, this might be a little bit of a jump scare, but this is how I put my translucent powder. So I put a little bit on my vein just to kind of like set it, and then I carved out here. So I used like the bottom part of my beauty blender and kind of carved out my contour, and then I put some underneath my eyes, but I kind of tried to bring it in a little bit closer to my nose contour to give me like a kind of look, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna just let it sit for a little bit, but then I will take it off. And I had seen on TikTok, like for your under eyes, to use a little bit of blush when you wipe off the translucent powder underneath your eyes, because it kind of makes your blush blend better with your under eyes. I do that sometimes, but then sometimes I do forget. So let's see if today I remember to do that. But for blush, I have an e.l.f. blush, but I think it's a little bit too bright for me. And especially since for my outfit today, I'm kind of going like chill, casual vibes. But the blush that I use is from this Tarte palette, this pink one. And sometimes to add a little bit of more like warmth to my face, I'll mix the blush with this contour shade. That way like my blush and contour blend. And then I'm gonna try to get my under eyes to blend too. So I'm gonna take this off and this off. And for the brushes that I use, this is the e.l.f. powder brush. I mostly use e.l.f. products. This is the e.l.f. complexion duo. So I use this side for my blush, and then this side sometimes I use for like contouring or highlighting my nose and my inner eye circle. So now I'm going to be taking a little bit of blush and blending out the under eyes. So I did one side. I'm just putting a little bit and kind of trying to go in like a circular motion. That way maybe it'll be distributed evenly. Sometimes I forget how to talk, but all right. So I did both of them, and then now I'm going to be going in and putting blush. And I usually put my blush like up here and then in the center like that, and a little bit on my nose. So now I'm going to go in with the blush, and I mix the blush with a little bit of the bronzer, and I'm just going to be like applying it. And I always make sure to start from the top, because sometimes if I put too much blush on my brush, and if I start like dink and then drag it out here, there's going to be way more product here. So at least if I apply it here, for the most part my hair will cover it, and you know, it won't be as like pink. And then for my nose, I'm just gonna like apply a little bit, but this is how my makeup is looking. So I didn't want to put like too much, but I also feel like in the lighting, maybe if I move my camera like this a little bit, you can see it. But I think that's how the camera was before, so we'll just hope for the best. But yeah, so I just put on the blush, and now I am going to be putting on highlight. And the brush that I use is the e.l.f. highlighting brush, and then like I said, sometimes I will use this end of this e.l.f. brush to highlight like my inner corners, my eyebrows, my little, not widow's peak, I don't know, my like the upper part of my lip. And usually for eyeshadow, I'm not good at eyeshadow. I don't really know how to do eyeshadow, so I just use the colors from this palette and just put on like a shimmery shade on the eyelid, and then sometimes I'll carve out with a little like brown shade. Nothing too crazy or fancy. So with my highlighter, I'm going in with the highlighter from this palette, and I just tap a little bit, and I start from up here, and I make sure to do the top of my eyebrow, and then the same for over here. And for my eyebrows, I feel like I have a lot of like eyebrow here, so and I also feel like I don't know how to do eyebrows properly, so I don't even color them in. I just leave them like that. especially since my hair is blonde, and my eyebrows are my natural hair color. So I feel like if I color them in the way that I do it, it always comes out like too overpowering. So maybe one day I'll learn how to do my eyebrows and eyeshadow. And with this little end of the brush, I put a little bit of the contour up here. And I think I'm just gonna like tone up a little bit of like my nose contour. And now I'm going to put the shimmery shade on my eyelid and on my nose and my eyebrow. So I like to just do a straight line and then a circle, kind of like well, yeah, an exclamation point. And then I don't really do this like too neat because it's just the inner corner of my eyes. And then my eyelids. Just a little bit of shimmer. And I wish the lighting in here was better, but I have another light, but it's like when you turn it on, the fan comes on, so I didn't turn it on. And then my ring light, I feel like sometimes when I turn it on, it makes me look like a yellowish orange color, or it'll like wash me out. But for a more, for a more in-depth of this makeup look, make sure to check out my TikTok that I'm filming, as well as my Instagram, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be posting pics. So yeah, so that is it for my makeup. And now I'm going to be starting my hair. So I ordered some headbands, and I think I want to try to like do that like headband look with your hair out loose, and I'm going to curl my hair because it didn't come out as curly as I was like expecting it to come out. Probably because I was like sleeping on my hair, so it got kind of like flat, my natural curls. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna split it down like the middle. Like I've seen people like split it down the middle like this, and then you have your hair out like, well, let's say kind of like this, for example. If you hear my cat, I apologize. But I've seen people do it like this, or I've seen people do like a side part, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I'm kind of like a middle part girly, so I think I'm probably gonna do the middle part and maybe use bobby pins or little elastic scrunchies, and then I will curl the back of my head, and just, especially if it does end up raining, I don't want to do too much to my hair because then it'll get messed up in the rain. So I am gonna go and get the headband and the little elastics. BRB. Alright, so I have the headband, which will be linked in my Amazon storefront. I got like a whole pack of them, and I have a tutorial on my channel of how I curl my hair. So now I have, so if you want to check that out to see exactly how I curl my hair, check that out. And then I have two little elastics that I'm going to try to use to hold back my little pieces of hair. So hopefully this works out. So I separated these two parts, and then now I'm going to put the rest of my head in a little bun. That way hopefully it's a little bit easier, and for when I put on my headband too, hopefully that'll help me out. And I'm just going to be applying, I brushed it out, that's why it's like, but I'm going to be using this Mielle Rosemary Mint Daily Styling Cream instead of using like a gel. Okay, so it did end up reaching, thankfully. And I'm gonna put the headband over it. Wish me luck. I don't know where the back part of it is, but I don't know why I feel like I'm struggling right now. But normally I don't wear headbands, so maybe that's why. Oh, or maybe I should put the headband on after I curl my hair. I'm gonna put it up after I curl my hair. So like, okay. Now I'm gonna curl my hair, and then I think I'll throw it on after. But you see the vibe? I feel like it's kind of cute. I don't know. Maybe I should have did a side part. But no, that's fine. I'm gonna put the headband's kind of like thick to me, so I think I'll probably like fold it over and then put it like up here. You know what? My hair's already like this because I already put product in here, so it's just gonna have to stay like that. And I was gonna comb out my hair, but I feel like that'll make it a little bit poofier. I just want it to be a little bit of a more natural look and leave the volume and the fullness of my hair, because if I brush it out and then curl every piece, I feel like my curls are gonna stick together, I think. Or should I? You know what? My hair is looking really flat because I slept on it, so I am gonna curl. So I am gonna curl on my hair. And while my curling iron heats up, I'm actually gonna put on my outfit, so BRB. Okay, so I put on my little onesie jumpsuit from Amazon. That's gonna be linked in my Amazon storefront, and my curling iron finished heating up, so I am going to start curling my hair. And like I said, there's a tutorial of how to curl, well, how I curl my hair on my YouTube channel, so make sure to check that out. Okay guys, I finished my hair and I put the headband in, so it's feeling like a vibe. I think I did a good job. I did okay. And now, since it's gonna be chilly in New York, I'm gonna layer this with a little hoodie, a little cropped black hoodie, a little cropped brown, chocolate brown hoodie from Fashion Nova. Let me step up here on my daughter's step stool. And then I have this brown jacket from Amazon that'll be linked in my Amazon storefront. And this is kind of the vibe. I was just kind of going for like comfy, cute chic, comfy casual. I feel like I have to look at myself in my full length mirror to get like the full vibe. But just to finish up the look, I have this lip liner that I literally don't know where it's from. Oh, it's a Milani number 03. And then I'm going to be putting the Posh by Chelsea Strawberry Lip Collection on top. And let me put that on and then I'll close out the video. Okay, and that is it for today's video, today's Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to check out Posh by Chelsea for some posh lip glosses for luxurious beauties. And make sure to be on a lookout for my TikTok video that I just filmed. I hope you guys have an amazing day, week, weekend, month, and rest of your year. Bye, my beauties.